Filming has begun in spectacular style for the latest instalment of the Godzilla vs. Kong franchise. The action took place in the heart of the glitter strip.
Move over, Tom Hanks and Elvis. Something much bigger has come to town. Surfers Paradise became Rio this morning. Brazilian lifeguards, taxis and military police. Hours of preparation.
What's going on out there? What's going out and up?
Before a sight at sea caused quite a commotion.
What's going on? Looking up, it's up high in the sky, and back it up, and run!
Something was coming out of the ocean and everyone's freaked out.
It's called a secret, top secret. It's something to do with a gorilla and a dinosaur.
Once the computer-generated imagery experts are done, Godzilla will be striding through the surf on the Gold Coast's busiest beach.
We've been watching it from our room up there all morning.
The city was used as the location for the previous Godzilla film, where the angry lizard fought the giant ape, King Kong. Much of the work was then done inside studios. Perhaps this time we might get to see what's causing all the fuss. The new Godzilla flick is due for release in 2024.
Hi everyone, we're here in Australia about to start production on the new monster. Oh, talent's here? Gotta go.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the Monsterverse, the Kaiju universe. A huge shakeup has happened in Hollywood. Now, this is the ramifications of the former people in charge, the former regime at Warner Brothers. The people like Walter Hamada, the people like Ann Cernoff, the people like Toby Emmerich, and them kind of people. So, we all know what happened during the pandemic. They basically threw everything on streaming and didn't release everything in the cinema. And this caused massive upset with creators, with directors, with distributors, to the point where Legendary have cut ties and they've moved to Sony, and Warner Bros. Will not be distributing the Godzilla movies and Dune going forward. But we're going to break that down in a little while more. So we've got some information about Godzilla versus Kong 2. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture, kaiju-based content we do on this channel. As I've said previously, I'm going to be trying my best to cover so much more content going forward, as I think that would be better. And there is so much coming forward to look forward to. There's Mario, there's Avatar, there's Ant-Man 3. There's so much coming forward. So please subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, what do you think about this massive shakeup? It is freaking huge. It's going to shake Hollywood up massively. So, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter at WarstuG. Right, let's get into this video. So, we're going to talk about some plot details that have been teased by a returning star of Godzilla vs. Kong 2, which they're currently filming. As you know, this is a massive part of my channel. I covered Godzilla vs. Kong massively. Got loads of cool theories, rumors, plot leak videos out. We're going to be doing that when they start flowing. It's a bit early for that, but firstly, we're going to go over the information that has come out from a trade being Variety.com with this huge headline, which no one's seen coming, but we kind of seen it coming because the likes of Christopher Nolan left ship and he doesn't make Warner Bros. Movies anymore. Obviously, it is Warner Bros. Discovery. So, Legendary Entertainment formalizes Sony deal after cutting ties with Warner Brothers. Legendary Entertainment, the production company behind Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong, has cut ties officially with Warner Bros. And entered a multi-year worldwide film distribution deal partnership with Sony Pictures. Under the new agreement, Sony will market and distribute legendary up-and-coming theatrical Legendary motion picture titles. However, select existing projects at Legendary are exempt from the pack, meaning Warner Bros. Pictures is still back in Dune Part 2, the sequel to 2021, that is going to come out in 2023. In a press release, Sony and Legendary emphasize that the companies are aligned in their ongoing commitment on theatrical distribution as a driving force for other downstreaming windows and theatrical windows, long-term value to film. Yep, 100% agree. Theatrical is where you make the money. Disney Plus hemorrhaging money. Netflix hemorrhaging money. Streaming is for TV series. Streaming is not for movies. So I will leave the article down below if I remember, but it goes on to say it's a rare opportunity to partner in this mutual beneficial way with true pros who are completely aligned in our theatrical commitment and vision for the business, said Josh Greenstein and Sanford, presidents of Sony Picture Motion Group. The creative brilliance and the power of Legendary is huge, and we look forward to bringing their work to the theaters across the world. As part of the deal, Legendary East will handle all the marketing distribution activities in China. Sony Pictures will also handle home entertainment and TV distribution for the titles. This is huge, but it is worth saying Dune Part 2 will still be released under Warner Brothers. It is interesting. So, as we know, during the pandemic, Godzilla vs. Kong was one of the biggest movies in the world, grossing 470 million globally, whilst it did release on HBO Max day and day, which literally made no sense. Also, Dune generated 400 million, making each of the pandemic era box office hits despite day and date on release on streaming. And that is what probably cost Warner Bros. To lose the distribution rights to the Godzilla franchise and Dune. This is huge. It's huge for Sony. Really good opportunity. Now Sony have Spider-Man and Godzilla. That is freaking insane. That really is. So, also in the news, recently it was said by a returning star, Rebecca Hall, teases story details from the up-and-coming kaiju team-up with the movie untitled sequel. So in an interview, she recently said this: I had such a good time on the last one. I loved everyone involved in it. I love the director, Adam Wingard. He's such an eccentric visionary in terms of filmmaking. And I really enjoy just being a part of his neon-inflected universe. The people in it are great, and the people behind it are great. I was really excited to get to work with Brian Henry, who I didn't get to work with on the last one. And this time, we have lots of fun together. So that was great. So the whole thing was just delightful. So it's kind of a little tease. I mean, although she doesn't actually say much, she says a little bit. So it is interesting. Previously, the release versus Kong 2 synopsis revealed the title of Titans will once again team up to take on a colossus, undiscovered threat from within the Earth. Most likely something to do with Hollow Earth. The new film will explore the origins of the gigantic monsters and their connection to the human history. As filming has just wrapped in Godzilla vs. Kong 2, the movie has yet to release much in the way of promotional material, although the studio has recently shared a behind-the-scenes image of Wingard directing Henry on film, and the production wrap merchandise had films buzzing, as it's possibly revealed the title of the new film's hats, bottles, shirts were embezzled on Godzilla vs. Kong, teasing the two monsters' new relationship. Unfortunately, with Godzilla vs. Kong 2 set to release March 2024, audiences will have to wait to see what the new threat for the two kaiju will face. It sounds fantastic. Now, obviously, we can presume and make a kind of reasonable, logical thinking that they're not going to be fighting each other. A new threat has been found. What is the threat? We don't know. Plot leaks will come out when they come out. Obviously, this probably won't happen until we get some test screen info, but it will be interesting and we will be covering it massively. So, somewhat, there are some images going around of potentially what the title could be for the movie. Doesn't really reveal that much though, but possibly the title could be Godzilla and Kong, not Godzilla versus Kong. So it does look like it's Godzilla and Kong. This was basically from merchandise that was given to staff. Godzilla and Kong. The Origins Productions title has been known for a while, but if this is, and the last actual title, it opens up many interesting story possibilities. That said, I'm secretly hoping the name this thing, Godzilla vs. 2, is Godzilla and Kong Origins, just to be confusing. Yeah, I mean, that somewhat would be interesting if that is the case, but it is pretty obvious that whatever this threat that is coming, it's going to suggest that King Kong will embark on some mission to protect Hollow Earth. And then obviously from the sea, Mr. Godzilla himself will have to come out to help. But as I said, there realistically isn't many updates, but I wanted to go over that major move from Sony Pictures slipping in the DMs and getting Godzilla distribution rights going forward, which is huge for the whole of Legendary now working with Sony exclusively after the other things that it said. So it is pretty interesting times. And when plot leaks arise and when rumors arise, we will be vamping up our content for the Kaiju Monsterverse. Sorry we've slacked recently, but there realistically hasn't been much and there's not been any plot leaks. But if you do want me to cover any Godzilla Kaiju-based stuff, just let me know down below, or follow us on Twitter, WarstuG, or follow us on Instagram at Warstu. And I will catch you in another video very soon, Kaiju Monsterverse fans. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.